What's up, 501? You got me, Jimmy?
Well, I got you. Can you hear me?
You're still cutting out. I need
Really?
to get you I can hear you kind of. I need to get you a tripod. I think you need to take one of
Why?
those tripods from the store so you can put it on you. But I mean, I hear like every other word, so we're good.
Every other word?
I can't not hear anything.
I don't. I
I
don't know
heard
what's wrong.
okay, we're good. Anyway, we've been off about 3 weeks. Jimmy's fault. He didn't want to do the show, so no, but I was at the lake and we had a few weeks off, but we have a lot of tournaments to get to. I mean 3 pages worth, so it took me at least 30 minutes to write all these down today. So we'll get started on the tournaments. Um, Before we get started, Eric Church is tonight, and I'm really upset. Like he's in Bentonville, 3 hours away from me, and I can't go watch him. Pretty upset about it. So I knew it would bother me some, but I'm itching right now because I know I should be there. But
I
anyway,
mean, you could have
we're
went.
gonna start off on I think July 6th. That's how long we've been off. It was our BYLP twist, and I had to get a last minute partner and got LT to throw with me, and we finished. We ended up first time we ever played together, other than like a switch, and end up pulling it out. I think we played 9 games straight, man. We went on a run, and I was struggling with her bag so bad, but we pulled it out, man. Dylan Skinner and Matthew Hill got second, and we had to double dip them. And man, they were throwing so good. Um, Matthew Hill's been on fire lately. Um, Brett D and Brian, man, and your partner got third. They threw really well together. Um, uh, really good. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I'm just ignoring you.
See, I can't hear you.
Everybody else
But
saying, "Hey, everybody's saying they hear me just fine."
okay, well, if that's fine. If they hear us, then we're good. So that's all we're worried about, as long as they can hear us. Um, VFW switch number 129. That's the night. I think we had 27 teams in the twist that night, and which 54 people, and we had 16 in the switch. Stephen Wolf and James B got first. Baloo, you're going to hear his names a couple times. Baloo and Benita got second, and then Sean P and Tammy Murphy got third. So good job, guys. Low note number 39. I didn't write the amount of players, but Taddy and OG Outlaw, Scotty Jackson got first. Zookeeper and your mom. I'm not sure her name. I think her last name is Baskins.
It is.
They're from Airmail Nation and Win. They got second, and then Find Out's her son. I believe it's her son, Kobe, and
Yeah.
OG In-Law. I'm not sure who that is. I didn't look up names, but it might be Scott Sample. I think maybe I may be wrong, but that's a lucky guess if so. Hard Rider number 52. Um, Bad Brad and Jordan K got first. Toby and Joseph B got second, and then Brandon Lacewell and Jamie got third. So that rounds out that week. Um, Again, we got a lot of tournaments to get to. Now, still, you think I would write better? I want chicken scratch. Look, I mean, it just you
That's
know,
that. That's that Osceola education.
um, I'm glad I'm graduated. Like if it wasn't for Crystal's dad, because he was our principal, he signed off on me graduate. I skipped school like every day. I'd go to school, I'd eat lunch, and then we could go to the gym and shoot basketball. I'd shoot basketball, and then I'd leave, and I just walk out. And he seen me, and maybe he knew I was going to be a son-in-law one day. That's my thinking behind it. But I wish he would have grabbed me by my head and my hair and told me to go back here and go to keyboarding class because I type hard as hell.
I would not have graduated had it not been for Beth Johnson.
I can't hear you.
It's got to be you. Everybody else hears me.
I'm reading your lips, so I'm good. Anyway, I heard Johnson. That's what I heard. Cedar Lounge number 4. We got eBay and Boss's wife. Number 1. I'm not sure who Boss's wife is. Zookeeper and Jordan K. That's the second time I'm calling her name. Got second. The sheriff and Kenny Eon got third. That was in Cedar Lounge in Morrilton on Wednesday nights. Switch number 130 had 33 players. Toby and Brad got first. I think I was going to the lake that night. Lil J and Jamie got second. Second time calling her name. And then Corn Hub and Case B, that's Lisa and Zach's son, so that they got third. BYLP number 46, Air Miller Die got first. Zookeeper and Austin Potts got second. And Jimmy Casey and Robbie got third. So, Air Miller Die didn't have so much success the next week when we were doing the advanced switch that got tanked up. So they got to win that night, I guess, when it mattered. But low note number 40. Bad Brad, third or fourth time calling his name. He's playing a lot. Good. And Sean, Snack Cakes. He went to low note?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his girlfriend let him get out.
I'm going to listen to my live so I can hear you. I can't hear you. Can everyone else?
Yes, everybody else is on there saying that they can hear me just fine.
I can hear you on the live, so I guess they can't hear you. Maybe it's my speaker or something. Maybe. All right, talk now.
Can you hear me?
I don't know what's going on. Huh? Will you go get me some headphones? Right there on the outside. Let me grab some headphones.
Jordan Huffmeyer said he hears me, and so did Beth. So did Casey King. Everybody said they can hear me, except you.
Hold on. Let me grab some headphones.
Oh my gosh. Y'all see what I deal with all the time. It's like almost like having a second wife. Although my wife is a lot better. I just get the bitchy side of him. Y'all get on.
Yeah, I mean, Crystal says she hears you fine, and I hear you.
Yeah, everybody hears me except you.
All right, Jimmy, say something. I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Perfect. This works out a lot better. All right, cool. I don't know. It's a new laptop, but I kind of had issues. I should just use my old one. All right, so we're on. We did switch 130. BYLP 46. We did Air Miller Die, Zookeeper, Jimmy C and Robbie. Okay, loan note number 40. Bad Brad, Snack Cakes, and Firecracker, and then OG Outlaw at Scotty and Mike H. Not sure who Mike H is. Right off the top of my head, but I think he played at Hard Riders Monday night and won too, so that's kind of cool.
Mike Honcho.
Was that who that is?
I don't know.
I hear you fine now. This is great.
So earlier, hey, just a few minutes ago, you asked me if Snack Cake, which is Bryce Johnson, went to Lone Oak, and I said yes. His girlfriend let him out.
Well, I miss him being around. You know.
Well, anytime you want him, you can have him.
No, okay. I'm good. I like what's going on here.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, I dealt with the grown kid. You know, Philip lived with, which Philip was good. You know, but it's different. You know, it's different when they're grown, and you expect them to do what you would do and how you would act. You know, but
it does not work. Well, hey, a 20-year-old today isn't like a 20-year-old 30 years ago.
Well, that's exactly what I was fixing to get into. Kids and young people now are completely different. Different. You know, Bryce was probably spoiled, just like Phil spoiled, just like Cruz spoiled, just like, you know, I mean, it just.
Yeah, his mama spoiled the hell out of both of them. So
you want them to have better than what you have, but there's a fine line between schooling and teaching them, and I got to do better at that myself. So I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about. But anyway, Hard Rider number 53, Regulator and Toby. I ain't seen Regulator in a while. Regulator and Toby, Bad Brad again. It's like 6 on this list. Bad Brad and Bo Allen. Love some Bo
Yeah.
Allen. One dude I would not want to piss off. So if he calls and says Phil jump, I'm gonna say ha. I don't
Yeah.
want to piss Bo off. Tim T and Jason George rounded out the top 3.
Hey, that
Cedar Lounge,
Jason George is getting a lot better.
he's a good dude, man. I like him.
Yeah. He's throwing some bags here lately.
Well, I mean, I pretty much like everybody in our group except a couple, and they may not even be in our group, but
Yeah.
Cedar Lounge number 5, Brandon and Tanner Wright. And before I go any farther, I'm going to congratulate. I seen Brandon's name, and I've already called Aaron Miller out. But Brandon, our 1C man, dude, I'm watching his growth in cornhole. Is been special. I mean, I feel like I talk to him a lot and pretty much every day, and today he made the main bracket, and man, everyone like
at ACO Worlds.
Yes, in Owensboro, and man, I hope he becomes an ACO pro this weekend. Don't want to jinx him. Good luck. Good luck to everybody's there. I know. We got several, Robbie and Brandon and
LT, Sam.
Yeah, and Lisa Zag. They're all there playing. So good luck to all of them this week. Wish I could have went. I got to work in the office this week, so kind of restricted what I could do. So I mean, my intentions was to go. I mean, I think my intention 6 weeks after Branson was to go to Worlds, and it just didn't work out that way. So everybody watched Brandon, cheer him on Saturday. We need him to make this. We got something in the works for Brandon, man. I'm excited about, and more of that to come lately. But come on, Brandon, do it, man. We're all rooting for you here and cheering for you, and you're my 1 seed, so I love him to death. But switch number 131. I think we had a big crowd that night. That was the night we did the advanced switch. And I don't think I ever posted this on 501. Now that I'm reading it, I do not remember posting it, so I failed. Cali Girl and B Love got first. Mind Your Business. I have no idea who that is. And Sean P got second. And Joseph B and Big Perm. Justin, is he watching?
He is watching. Yeah.
Big Perm got third. So
I can't remember who Mind Your Business is.
Well, I probably could look it up, but I should have today, but I just write down what people have on their screen.
Well, that's right. There you go, people. Put your real name on there.
If you want to get called out, put your real name on there. Change it back. I don't know. Advanced switch. Really surprised, when I seen. I mean, Nick, Cody, man, they threw great all night. Air Miller got second, and then Brent and Levi got third. So the advanced switch is always a good tournament. I mean, like you've got a lot of good shooters, and it depends on I think Bud sandbag. I mean, Bud was like the 16 seed or whatever. So.
Yeah.
So Bud's either not good or he's sandbag. So.
I drew Wendy Barger and let her down. So.
Yeah, I had Cheetah Girl, and I was struggling. She had me throwing some BG bags and Wizards, maybe. I'm not a carpet guy. I can't throw carpet. And it's a mental block. It's just kind of one of those things where I know I can't throw carpet.
Yeah.
So, and flipping it over, sometimes the carpet bags, man, they fly
fast on the other side.
I had to deal with that night, but good players overcome bags, so I didn't. Low note number 41. This was kind of shocking when I seen it the next day, or I think that Sunday when I seen it. Anthony K and Baloo got first, man, over Bad Brad and Regulator. And I seen that and I was like, man, that's
Yeah, that's a good
I,
win.
I I called Anthony. I said, man, that's a hell of a win last night. Not taking away from anyone else, but I'm just saying him and Baloo, man, beating Bad Brad and Regulator. I mean, they're two good throwers, So um huge win for Anthony and Blue. I mean, that's I put that up there with Michael Spinks. Ain't that the guy that knocked out Tyson?
Buster Douglas.
Buster Douglas. So it was. I mean, that's kind of look as an upset, but good job,
It's,
Anthony and Blue, man.
it's hard to compare anything to that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Bad Brad and Regulator, man, they're 70s SBR. You know what I mean? Like they're two good throwers. But number three that night is Tim T and Jamie. Mountain Crew. We got Kenny M and Bud. There's Bud. Bud finally got a win. Taylor Horsey and Southpaw. And then Tony and Jeff Hawkins. My name is Jeff. Got third Mountain Crew. Then they had a Mountain Crew blind draw. It was Southpaw 2 times that day on the podium. And Kenny twice. Dean M and Tony, and then Calente and Lacey.
Yep.
And did I see? I think I saw earlier Lacey's birthday. I think that was Lacey' birthday. He said something about his corn hub. Corn hub is Mind Your Business, Andrew. Maybe. Anyway, Calente and Lacey got third. Hard Rider number 54. Andy Gossett, Sean C got first. Ashley and Johnny Camp got second. Oh, it's Tim C. There's a Tim H and a Tim C. Tim C and Courtney Peoples, who can throw. I wish he'd come back to Cabot because I don't know where he's been, but kid can throw. I played with him 2 times in a row, and when he showed up, and I mean he's got some skills. He wants my Banshees, and when I finally get someone to make me some Banshees for ACO season, some that I like, Courtney, I may get rid of these, but I need some Banshees. I've been telling Robbie. I've talked to Arcane and OTT and Bruce and everyone I talk to. I need some Banshees. I need some ACO stamp Banshees. So if you're watching the show and you can get me some ACO stamp Banshees, I will mention you on the show every week.
What we need is for Robbie to figure out how to just put an ACO stamp on any bag.
Well, I would say that's copyright infringement, but I mean he went hard on the BG last week, so I think maybe it's up.
Yeah.
So love Robbie, but I need some ACO Banshees. While we're on here, as y'all know, the Big Slider Cup is coming up in Fayetteville in October, and we're going to put 2 teams in. I would put 4 in if we had enough. Someone made a joke and said, I heard y'all are putting 4 teams in. And, we probably have enough players to possibly do that. But right now we're starting with 2 teams. Yours is not complete yet.
It's almost.
Yeah. Mine is complete. And it's hard picking these teams because I know we talked about this 6 months ago. You have to look at the overall scale of the whole season. Who's been playing, who's active, who can shoot, experience. And it's not a knock to anyone that hasn't made this team or, I don't feel like you want people that can go because, one, it's going to be 3 days of cornhole, you're going to play. Last year we played 24 games in one day. It's brutal mentally and physically.
Well, last year we started at 8:00 Saturday morning and finished up after 2 a.m. Sunday morning. That's not counting Friday night.
Staying up till 2 or 3.
Yes.
I stayed at my daughter's Haley house in Brooklyn last year, and I think I rolled into bed at 3. And I mean, I was up before they even got up. I mean, I was out there before they got up, so at
Yeah,
6. So I
it's
mean,
rough.
it's a brutal weekend. And this year, I would imagine we're looking at. I mean, hell, we got 40 cornhole groups in Arkansas. So, um, my wish is that this year, that with so many groups forming, that everyone stays true to their group. You know what I mean? Like, as far as
Not going to happen.
I know, but even if some of the smaller groups, like I mentioned to Brad DeWitt, Woco, I guess it's WOCO Cornhole, Woodruff County, I think it is. I told him put a team in. You know, will they win it? Probably not. I mean, who knows? But I mean, um, at least you get that experience. And
It's great experience.
for a lot of these teams and groups to get in, you know, um, I just hope that we didn't open it up. I mean, I can 100% say that everyone that's going to play for a 501, we're doing two teams, 501, and then your team F5E01. So, um, every one of these players are a 501. Like they started 501, they're 501. They you know they're 501. And
Their home club is
that's
501.
that's what we want. I don't want to pick up somebody from you know I I would rather one of our players play than pick up somebody from
Yeah.
who knows where.
Yeah.
I hope that stays true this year. I mean, I know that a few of our guys that are not going to play on our team this year may go play somewhere else, which I think if you're on a team, you should skip a year. We didn't do it last year for one certain person. Um, I feel like if you play on a team this year, you probably shouldn't play on a team next year. A different team next year. I mean,
Right.
but I mean, it is what it is. But I can 100% say that 501 cornholes teams are legit. They're legit, and if we lose being legit, then we lose being legit. But I love this team. I think there's a mix of some new guys and some experience, and I feel like we got some dogs in this group, man. Austin Potts was Slaughter Cup first year. Wasn't here last year, and now he's back on it. But uh, I pretty much went down the PPR rankings. Like, I went to Scoreholio. I clicked on the PPR tab, and it's like an Excel spreadsheet, and I went pretty much down the PPR rankings, and that pretty much made my team. And I probably couldn't have handpicked. If I would have handpicked a team, it probably would have been 95% the same players. So it worked out right. It worked out when you throw consistent and you do things the right way, you get rewarded. And
Yeah.
I love this team. I love the fact that you're doing a team and taking
Well,
more players, and you
I,
sacrifice. I mean, I want people to know that.
yeah, you're right. Yes, I stepped down from the first team to put together this second team. And so far, we've got a solid team. We can make some
We
noise.
we have
So
we're
far
the
we've
deepest
got some
club.
experience. We've got some new players. By next Thursday show, the team will be complete, and I'll
Yeah.
put it out there.
I know
So
me and you had a lot of conversations about this, and there's a few players that could have went either way, and then
yeah.
I mean we discussed that, and
Well, then now, hey, look there again. I did go a lot by SPR, not SPR, PPR. So if you didn't make either one of these teams this year, keep throwing. It's
yeah,
not a set team or teams every year. Keep throwing.
yeah. Well, and I tried to get a second team last year because I knew
Yeah.
it would it would make people want to be on the team and throw better. And I got shot down last year, but uh, thank God, Bell Revolver. I mean, they're Fayetteville. They're doing the tournament this year, and she's like, bring them. It's just more money for the winning team. So, um, everyone keep working. But I'm going to go and call off my team, and I'm going by PPR order. So I mean, it pretty much worked my team out. It's Brandon, myself, Jeff Clifton, Bad Brad, and uh, Brad wasn't on the team and Jeff wasn't on the team last year, but Jeff could have been on the team last year, and he chose not to because Jeff likes to play cornhole for fun. I mean, like that the whole serious tournaments, and um, I think that's not something when people get mad and they're competing, and I think that's one part of the game that he doesn't like. He wants to stay positive, have a good time, but I had to do some talking. But I'm glad he's playing. Bad Brad can throw. Um, Need to have some conversations with him, and because he's a dog, and I
Yeah.
need him to go in there and beat some people. I mean, he's going to be a higher seed for me, and Duke can air mail, he can push, he can shoot, and my next player, Matthew Hill, number 5 on the PPR list, wasn't on the radar probably 6-7 months ago. I know he had a lot going on with Rachel and wasn't playing as much, but I mean they've been coming as much as anyone. And dude is just straight dog. We had the state tournament, and I was sitting at the bar talking to him, and we were talking about players, and has some really interesting conversations about competition and wanting to compete against the best players and wanting to play, and
Yeah.
he wants to do it. He wants to do it, and man, I welcome that. I welcome players that want to go play the best. So good for him. Zookeeper, he kind of swayed a little bit, but you know what? We had some conversations with him, and I don't know if it was a confidence issue, and then I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries because I love Zookeeper to death. I mean, I know it was maybe rocky with 501 there for a little bit, but um, he's always been a constant, and I can tell you something, dude, start throwing, you
Yeah.
know, um, dude, start throwing. He did what we asked him to do. He did, and I told him this other night in the bathroom. I think I said, "You did what we asked you to do. We asked you to step up and start playing, and that's what you did. You answered our call. Like we saw the potential in you. You did it. You can throw, and now he's been rewarded, man. He's going to be one of our high seeds, and I'm excited, man. I think he's going to be playing with Austin Potts in doubles, and they played a few tournaments together, and I'm proud of Zookeeper, man. Like he didn't shy away from the challenge that we give him a few months ago. I mean, he
Yeah.
he hit it head on, and dude start throwing, and I love that. Like I think people don't understand, man. I want if your team beat us, I'm the happiest person in the world. Like I love it. What I mean? I
Yeah.
love it. One thing, Dustin Harper, he's not around as much as he wants to be. I mean, it just is. But I'm not leaving that dude off the team. He's my number 2 seed in singles. He's my number 1 seed in doubles. And if anyone thinks that Dustin Harper should be left off this team, is uh, wrong. Because dude's a stud. Roby Burton, who wasn't on the team last year. I think they had to go to Panama City playing
Should have
Worlds last
been.
year.
Should have
Should
been.
have been. But I mean him and I think LT and Sam went to uh they went to Panama City Beach instead of playing in this last year. So Robbie's a good addition with experience.
Yeah.
And there's a few guys on the team last year that's not going to make it, like Guns and Buell. But Guns started new business, busy. Buell just doesn't come to Cabot. I mean, he lives in Conway. I mean, we're gonna miss those guys. Braden's not on the team this year. Um, Braden can throw, but I'm excited about this team. I think we got some throwers. Next is Brent D. Bud, DK, Miranda. We didn't have a female last year, but Miranda's 13th in PPR. She's earned it. She's going to be playing doubles with John Holman. They won Kyle's tournament together, and I think they maybe placed a podium in another tournament. So they throw really well together.
Yeah.
Excited about them throwing together. And then Josh and Seth Lacewell. Seth Lacewell has tons of experience. Need to get him back throwing. I think he's going to be there Friday night. So uh, that's the team. And again, I mean, you've had a lot of conversations about this. Super excited what you're doing, because I don't know who else or would have done what you've done, and you volunteered, and I thank you for it. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's, as an original founding member, however you want to put it,
yeah,
I feel like that's my place. If we're going to take a second team, then, I felt like we needed somebody that's been there, done that,
hmm
and could put, a decent second team together. So, you
yeah,
gotta take feelings and everything else out of it, So there, like I say again, next Thursday we'll announce this second team, and again, if you're not on it, keep throwing, keep trying. I mean, it's cornhole is one of those games. I dare, I don't want to say sport because you know, but it's one of those games that you can play forever. So keep throwing. Maybe next year we'll have 3 teams. And
yeah,
yeah, well, it could happen. So everybody keep throwing. We have great turnouts every Friday night. That we're the biggest club in the state of Arkansas, and like you said, with being every person we take to this is a 501 club member, and that
hmm
means a lot. That
it's
means a
it's
lot.
representation. It's
Yes.
representation, and
Yeah.
and and know that we're truly thankful for all of you. I mean, like we're thankful that you put the work in and that you throw and that you want to be a part. And
Yeah.
man, I wish everybody could go. Like, I mean that's just me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's harder than I think most, and I think the Slider Cup, the Summer Slider Cup on August 12th, that's going to be some kind of indication. I mean, we're only playing what 15 games that day.
Yeah.
I mean, you could double or triple that the Big Slider Cup, depending on how
More
many
than
teams.
likely
I mean,
triple.
I'm thinking triple. I'm thinking we're going to be pushing 15 teams.
Yeah.
That's it's a lot of games. 15 teams of 16 people. You've got 14 singles games, 14 doubles games, and 14 crew cup games in 36 hours.
Yeah.
That's a lot of games. So, congratulations to everyone made the team. Um, I'm ready to rock and roll. We're going to get some practice sessions in. Uh, we're going to be playing your team. We're going to figure something out. Maybe we can pick a night and set the VFW and start playing some singles because I truly feel like our group. It's so hard to run singles tournaments. You run singles tournaments and you do a couple round robins. I mean, you're pushing 6, 7, 8 hours on a
Yeah.
tournament. So it's hard to run singles. So um, our group needs work on singles more than anything out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we do a lot of switches, a lot of doubles. Um, we got to practice, man. We got to practice on singles, and I know that we will. I mean, everyone that I've talked to is ready to rock and roll. I mean,
Yeah.
they're excited, and I know your group is too. And I'm excited. I know you're excited. And again, man, like you the man. We've talked about this a lot, and but I mean, y'all are gonna be sneaky good.
Yeah.
Um, like I feel like the team's gonna have a chip on the shoulder, and I love that. Like Like I do, I love that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Without a
Freaking
doubt.
pro.
Yeah, without a doubt. We're
But
not. We're not. Yeah, we're not taking a second team up there to lose.
mm-mm. And that's what
So
I want everyone to know. Like we're all going together. We're not going as two different teams. I mean, we're all together. I
oh
mean,
yeah, we're
and
all together.
I have a feeling that we're all going to be watching each other's games and cheering each
Yeah.
other on,
Yeah.
and we're going to have the biggest cheering section there. You
Yeah.
know, you got 32 players and 32 spouses. We're going to have the biggest cheering section, and we're going to piss everybody off. But who gives a shit? You know,
I
I mean,
agree.
honestly, who cares? I mean, let's do it, and looking forward to it, man. Any comments?
I mean, we've had a few. We got a lot watching tonight.
All right,
Uh,
good.
Kyle Preston said one day when he's better, he'll be ready.
Yeah.
Jamin Rice is watching, which Jamin, is now gone. Jamin did qualify for your team.
Yes.
So that was kind of a loss, losing him,
He
but
was.
you know,
He won a lot of games last year for us, and it kind
uh,
of sucks. It kind of sucks because him and JT Huggins, who JT Huggins is going to
yes,
be playing on the team, and I love JT,
yeah,
but JT and at first last year, I'm not gonna lie and say that I was not that I was upset they made the team. I felt like they were young but the more I got thinking about it, I was like yeah, we need young guys going. Like then
right.
I got excited about it, and then they went and showed out. You know,
They
Rogelio
most
showed out,
certainly did. Yeah, they
and
most
JT
certainly
and
did.
Jamin and JT rolled, man. And it was
Yeah,
some more of our experienced guys that didn't do that well.
right.
But
Well, now,
that
and a lot of people watching now, or a lot of newer people into 501 don't realize, JT Huggins, he's from Northwest Arkansas. He was down here for college. So he joined 501, played with 501. I mean,
yeah,
for a long time, made the Slider Cup team. He graduated college, is now back in Northwest Arkansas with his family, and so that's who he's going to play with. So, but yeah, I mean, I wish him the best. He's a great kid, great kid.
yeah. Um, yeah, and I'm gonna miss Jamin. I think Jamin would probably have been a higher seed this year and probably
Oh,
would have
without
done
a
really
doubt,
well.
yeah, yeah,
And would have done really well. And I mean, we have so many players. Like it's hard picking the top 16. 'Cause, I mean, you take yourself, and I'm not gonna name names just because it's just disrespectful. But I like you take anywhere between 8 through 30. They could be the same player. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yes, yeah,
the same player. You know, and that's tough. And you have to start thinking about, are they good mentally, good financially? You know, can they go and handle this trip? And I mean, like, there's a lot that weighs on your mind because you got hotel rooms and food. I mean, it's not gonna
yeah,
be a cheap weekend. It's $100 a person, hotel rooms, eating. I mean, I'm not saying that I base it on that. I'm not, but I mean, like, it's a lot to go. It's a lot to commit to. So I mean,
right.
it's
Which
so if you
which
want to
which
sponsor,
in saying that, we are looking for sponsors.
y'all want to sponsor us, man, we'll get a banner made and we'll pump your business up, so
Yeah,
I mean um I mean any load that we can take off of players, if we get some sponsors, I mean we'll just we'll take that amount and
yeah,
knock it off the players entry fee. So man, we're welcome. So if you know somebody, I'll print something up and go talk to them or whatever I gotta do. So
yeah.
any help would be appreciated. I mean, we're gonna do jerseys, two different sets of jerseys. Um, I don't know, but a lot. There's some players too that I do want to recognize this, but there's some players too that I think should have been on the team, but their club is not listed as 501 Cornhole, and I'm not putting any names out there. I'm not doing any of that. Our selection was based off of your name being under the 501 umbrella. And the selection was also made of you participating in 501 events. So if your name's not on here, if your name's not under the 501 Cornhole Club, I'm not going to pick you.
Right.
If you come once every 8 months, I can't pick you. I can't pick someone that's doesn't have a 501 club name, under the name. I can't pick someone that comes every few months. You got to keep that in consideration, guys, too. So I mean, we try to be the fairest possible way we can. I mean, there's one person I know that would love to be on this team, would probably do very, 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 very well. But it's just I mean, how do you pick him over someone that comes every week,
Right.
and
Right.
plays well every week, and it's tough. Uh, Big Purr said 501 or die, but the qualifier sucked last year. Kyle said something about the qualifier, but the qualifiers, no one else, everyone I've talked to is picking their own team this year.
Yes.
I haven't heard anyone that's having a qualifier. They're taking their best 16. The qualifiers, we were completely botched last year. I take 100% responsibility for that, and I'll never do that again. So,
Well, like you said, nobody's doing qualifiers.
mm-mm.
These are basically, if you throw well, then you're going to get to go.
Well, and I have a feeling there's going to be recruiting. There's going to be some people that's throwing. Well, they live 50 miles away, but hey, let's pick them up.
Yeah.
They're a good
Yeah.
thrower.
Yeah.
There's going to be some of that, and it just that bugs me. But um, there's clubs, man. Like my feelings ain't gonna be hurt if there's a club that's wanting to put a team in and you go play. Then you know more power to you. I mean, that's experience. You know, um, but it just looks bad for next year. So I mean, these slider cups aren't going anywhere. Cornhole's not going anywhere. So anything else?
What happened?
I don't know. I'm good. You got anything else?
No, that's all I got.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow night. We got a BYLP and a switch. Please get pre-registered. Um, can't think of anything else. We'll announce Jimmy's team next week.
Yeah.
Five01, which I think that jersey. I feel like I want both jerseys. Like
You might as
um,
well.
I feel like the 501. Like that's going to be the first one ever. So I mean,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. This is a special one.
it's a special edition Five01 jersey. So I'm kind of excited about that. So we're still working on the artwork on those. Hopefully to get those ordered.
They are going to
Next
be.
week.
They will be similar.
Yes,
Like I said, just
but
one will have the normal 501. The other one will have the 5 spelled out and then 01. So
yeah,
yeah.
instead of doing two different teams, you know.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
all right. Well, may all your beers stay cold and all your bags go in the hole, man. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right. Go Cowboys.